Welcome, I'm Hedi Privits and I represent Runar Bäckström Foundation. And I'm thrilled to be joined by Zhang from Finncure Oy. Our foundation has proudly supported Finncure over the years, starting from 2021 and most recently in 2025. Bei, it's a pleasure to have you here. Let's start to get to know you a little bit better. What is your background and motivation?
Thank you, Hedi. Nice to meet you too. I have a PhD degree in pharmacy. My PhD research work was mainly based on drug-loaded particles and microfluidics. My motivation is to transform what I study in the lab into some product in the market.
So, could you describe your innovation and its key features? And what has brought you into this particular invention?
Our key features is the synthetic carrier that mimic a virus and the microfluidic chips that enables precise control on the particles. The original innovation is from Erik, one of the founders of Finncure. I'm glad to be the one to develop the fabrication technologies of the particles.
How did you end up doing what you're doing and what inspired you?
After submitting my PhD thesis, my co-supervisor, Professor Held Santos, gave me this opportunity to work on the cooperative project with Finncure. I liked this interesting project and then moved to Finncure after my PhD defense.
How have you maintained your motivation in challenging situations?
The clinic translation from lab to market need a long time. But I believe we can realize it step by step.
What are your prospects for the next 3 to 5 years?
In the next 3 to 5 years, we are expecting the first product in the market, COVID inhibitor, and cooperation with industry.
What impact do you believe your innovation will have over the next 3 to 5 years and where it could be applied?
It can stop the spreading of infectious disease, such as COVID-19. It can be applied before people go into some public places, such as cinema, to avoid, to reduce the infected possibility.
Describe how your innovation could change us and our society.
It can avoid people suffering from the virus symptoms and reduce the healthcare spending.
What has been our foundation role in advancing your innovation?
The foundation's role has been tremendous because it has the resources to start this journey.
How could foundation better support innovations that promote Finland's economy and competitiveness in the future?
Maybe the foundation can provide additional funding to promising innovations and mentoring support to young innovators.
What would you say to young people who are working on realizing their own ideas, and how would you inspire them?
Start small, test your idea early, and don't be afraid of failure. It's part of this process.
What advice you would give to young people considering career as innovator or entrepreneur?
Stay curious and keep moving.
What we can do better as a foundation to encourage young people to become interested in entrepreneurship and innovation development?
A supportive community or culture that celebrates creativity, not only success, can help them stay curious and motivated in innovation development.
Bei, thank you so much for your transformative work. And the Runar Bäckström Foundation is proud to support Finncure journey, and we're eager to await your product on the market. Thank you so much, and our foundation wishing you all the best.
Thank you, Hedi.
So now we have honor to have here Erik Niemelä, one of the founders from Finncure Oy. And he joined us to introduce us their innovation.
Yeah, thank you. So here's Finncure's microfluidic chip, where we can produce particles very uniform size. So from this inlet you have different components entering, forcing the material to join to produce uniform particles that can be used for targeted therapies and also disease prevention. So this particle that PEI produces can be used to hinder COVID infection. So that's the research that we have worked the most on. So we already know that these COVID-like particles hinders COVID infection by 72%, at least for 6 hours. So that we have already tested in cells. And now we are doing the animal studies with this particle to check that they are indeed safe to be administered to live animals and see the immune response of these particles. But we can also use these kind of synthetic carriers for drug delivery. So many new drugs, for example, have very poor solubility. For example, cancer drugs, they have very high adverse effects. And that's why you get hair loss and start to feel bad. And you could use our particle to load these kind of drugs, and then you get a better uptake in the target cells. So let's say the cancer cell. So then you can have better efficacy with less side effect using our synthetic particles. Let's say that you would have lung cancer. Then you could inhale this kind of solution with like an aerosolic device. So then you would get particles loaded with the cancer drugs deep into the lung tissues, and then that would hinder the growth of cancer cells. But this is something we still have a lot of work to do, because now we've been working on the microfluidic chip and these COVID mimicking particles for hindering infectious diseases.